Alright, so I know that I said I was going to be doing these videos weekly, but that's a lot more demanding than I thought it would be. I apologize for things taking as long as they have, but I swear I'm going to be making videos more often soon. Today, we're going to finish the front 5-lug swap in the car. It's been a really, really terrible process. Most of the information that I got online was wrong. I shouldn't say that. I don't want to say that you shouldn't use forums and stuff like that for reference information, but I would say that if you think you know how to do something based on some forums that you read, make sure you read the whole forum all the way to the end, because probably somewhere in the last couple of pages you'll find that somebody somewhere discovered that there's like small things to the process that weren't initially discussed that are necessary and that can kind of make or break the project. Specifically, what I mean by that is basically, like on this project, initially it was that you just had to round off the end of the control arms so they go into the control arm bushings. That's not really all there is to it. And then also, let's see, they said if you use like E90 inners and E36 outers, it would be like direct bolt-on, no problem. I discovered that that results in like 3 degrees of toe out in the front, which is a bit excessive. So in the end, what I ended up having to do was cut about 1/2 inch off the end of each inner tie rod end and then thread it back together. And hopefully, because small adjustments on the tie rod ends translate to large adjustments at the wheels, hopefully that took enough out that the toe out's a little bit more realistic. I mean, you do want to have some toe out, but 3 degrees is excessive. So hopefully now it's a bit more realistic. We'll see. Alright, so now that I got the M3 out of the way, let's see how fast we can get these tie rod ends in and get the car back on the ground and call the front done. Well, it turns out that the E36 inners and the E36 outers is the ticket for this swap, at least if you have an E46 M3 rack like I do. So now I think I'm just going to put it back together and call it done. And I'm actually glad that it worked out with the E36 inners and outers because it's a lot cleaner looking. This dust boot actually works with the little rubber grommet that comes with the E36 inners. So as a rule of thumb, you want the amount of threads from the inner tie rod end that's inside the outer tie rod end to be roughly equal to the width of the tie rod end. And it's actually more than that. I didn't think it was even as much as, but it's actually more than that. So we're good to go. So that's the final word if you're going to do this swap. So I made a couple of adjustments with the wheel off and up on the jack stand. I'm going to put the wheel on and kind of eyeball it and see how it looks, but I think we're good. And we're pretty much there. I don't know if you guys can see this, but if you like square yourself up and look down, it's just a little tiny bit towed out, which is perfect. And there's plenty of thread in the tie rod, so we're good. Looks a lot better from the front. It was kind of towed in before, but now it's pretty much good. So I'll just put the E36 stuff on the other side and call this finished, finally. Anyway, that's all done now. I can finally call the 5-lug swap done in the front. I wish it hadn't taken months and months to do, but things happen, whatever. I can call it finished now. All there is left to do is to get my SLR adjustable control arm bushings in, swap out the ones that are in it so I can center the wheel and the wheel well, and I can finally move on to the back. So it's been a long day. I've had a lot to do today. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. But as always, thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing.